Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Michaela and I make diamond painting videos here on this channel, and welcome to a new whip and chat video, which if you watched my vlog last week, you're probably like, Michaela, did you just not talk about the fact that you didn't really feel like filming whip and chats? Yes, I did just talk about this, but I'll chat about it a little bit more in this video, but I wanted to kick off mini DP Madness with a whip and chat and, of course, working on my Halloween set from Pretty Little Gem. So if you're new to whip and chats, I basically work on my current work in progress, which I don't have a picture or anything, but I will be working on my Halloween set, mini set from Pretty Little Gem today, and just diamond painting, chatting about my weekend, my week, diamond painting, life, whoever, whatever, all of the rambles with Michaela, because if there is one thing about Michaela Renee's whip and chats, is that they are kind of chaotic, but you know what? You guys seem to enjoy that, so I'll be working on this today and just chatting with you guys about life and catching you up. Feel free to pull out whatever you are working on, work alongside me while I chat. Or you can also use this to listen to like a podcast. I do that a ton with whip and chats, so whatever works for you. But anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoy this video and let's get right on into it. Alrighty, accessory-wise, I pulled out a few different accessories from different sponsors for Mini DP Madness. And if you're new and have no idea what I'm talking about, I will explain what this event is here in a minute once we have everything going and I'm diamond painting. But as for my tray today, I am using this super cute tray that I got sent actually from KC Ventures, and it's their Mini DP Madness tray, and it's so cute. It's the four ladies. I love us so much. I don't know who is who, honestly. My legs don't contort like this, or like this. Well, maybe they could do this, but I don't run. So I don't really know who's who in this situation, but it's actually their newer ergonomic tray for lefties, which is me. I'm not going to be holding the tray when I'm working. It's just not normally what I do, but I did want to show off that this is their lefty version, and it does say Mini DP Madness right here, and this is what the inside of the tray looks like. So I'll be using this tray today. And then, of course, for my pen, I had to pull out the Peachy Keen pen that they kindly sent over last year, and I actually just purchased a new mini pen from them just a few days ago. And that should be coming in the mail, I actually think, this week. So keep your eyes peeled for the vlog, but it's really pretty. And I haven't pulled out this pen in a hot minute, and I feel like I need to use it in this whip and chat. So it's really, really pretty. And I will be using wax today in my single placer. Who is she? I usually use glue dots, but today I'm going to use wax. And for my wax, this is not a sponsor of Mini DP Madness, but this is just a newer product I have. And I'm realizing how holographic this is. It doesn't really want to focus in on the cap. This is Love Spell wax from Pure Bliss Wax Company. It's the sticky wax. So I'll be using this in my single placer. And then in my multi-placer, this is a thin metal 8 placer from Diamond Art Club, who actually is also a sponsor for Mini DP Madness. I am using Mary Mud. Let me see if I can find, yeah, it's this one right here. I recently bought this off of a D-stash from a friend, and it's the Candyland Mary Mud. They're not a sponsor either, but I did just want to point out everything I was using today. So that's in my multi-placer. Let's go ahead and actually just get the single placer filled. I haven't used this wax at all yet. It smells straight up like Love Spell from Victoria's Secret, which is insane. So the way I fill up my single placer with wax, I just cleaned out my single placer. So I basically just go in and kind of scrape along the top here and, I don't know, kind of smooth it out. If I'm being really honest, I'm not the best with waxes. I'm much better at glue dots. I'm usually using glue dots in my single placer, but I figured today we could just go ahead and give this a try because I just bought this a couple of weeks ago and I've yet to dig into this scent specifically. So I figure we could just go ahead and use it, and I'm gonna leave it out over here, which you guys can't even see it, but I'll leave it out over here. And yeah, so the mini set that I'm currently working on today is the Halloween set from Pretty Little Gem, and I am pitting this mini set the Halloween set, not like just this one specifically, the Halloween set with the Halloween treat set, but we are working on the Halloween one today. It's Salem that we're working on first. He's so cute. I love him so much. And if you're wondering just kind of how I work on my minis, I do not kit up my mini sets. I actually keep the sticker sheet out as a walking legend, just because I don't really like kitting up my mini sets, like mini dazzles or paint gems or pretty little gem. I just feel like that's a lot of work. Well, I guess technically I do kind of kit up my mini dazzles, because otherwise they're not already kitted up in these like little plastic baggies. They're in like the heat sealed baggies, but that is besides the point. That's besides the point. I don't really kit up at all when it comes to mini sets. So anyways, let me grab my black drill, because I always like to start with black and then we will get chatting. We have black right here. I'm excited to try out this tray actually. Thank you so much, Casey Ventures, for sending this tray over. I am excited to try it. I did really enjoy the end of an era version. Yeah, these are lining up really nicely and awesome. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we're in a good position here. So, hi guys, how's everybody doing? I'm wondering if I should, okay, yeah, definitely a little bit of, when you're first using any sort of wax, really, there's always a little bit of residue that comes off the like pen onto the drill, but that is okay. Yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well, and welcome to, I guess, my craziness of a channel if you're new. And if you have no idea what Mini DP Madness is, and I have just been chatting your ear off about Mini DP Madness for the last 5 minutes, and you're like, Michaela, what the heck even is that? It is a diamond painting event that I co-host every single March with a few other wonderful ladies, and also, why is my placement today so terrible? So I co-host this event with Ashley, Messy Girl Crafts, Courtney, Diamonds Are Girl's best friend, and Kara, the principal painter, and basically this event revolves around all things mini diamond painting sets. So like, you know, these, oh no, not the placer coming out of this. Oh no. Do I need? No, it'll be fine. So like, you know, pretty little gem sets or paint gems, mini dazzles. Yeah, maybe I do need more washi tape. Typically washi tape will help the metal placers sit a little bit nicer in your pen tip. And this must just be like a little bit bigger of a little hole in the pen. So let me go ahead and just grab a little bit more washi tape and see if that will hold it up a little bit better, because I don't want it slipping out. That's no fun. Okay, this might be better. We'll give this a try. So yeah, so it revolves around all things mini diamond painting sets, and there is an intro video. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it linked down below, and I fully recommend you check that out, as well as checking out the Facebook group. I will have that linked as well in the description box. It's always in the description box, because the first week of prizes post, I guess, like the first week entry for the first week prizes is up already, if that is something you are interested in entering and participating in the event. So yeah, but yeah, Mini DP Madness is just an event that, what's the word? Circulate? Nope, that's not the word. It goes along with these mini diamond painting sets, and I'm really excited to get the chance to co-host with those lovely ladies again this year, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. So I really just wanted to get that out of the way first, before we chatted about other stuff, because in case you're new and you're like, Michaela, what are you talking about? Funnily enough, so the event started today, and I didn't even put it into perspective. Today is Sunday. What are we on? March 1st? It's March 1st, of course it is. Happy first day of March, and I was terrible. Not like this is a rule or anything. I was really trying to hold out on not starting any of these mini canvases until the actual, you know, March 1st or whatever, but last night I just couldn't resist. Actually, it was yesterday afternoon. I just couldn't resist, and I completed 2 of the mini canvases last night. So, yeah, so how I am kind of approaching Mini DP Madness this year, like I said, is I am pitting together this set here, which is the Halloween set from Pretty Little Gem, and pitting it against the Halloween Treats set, and I created a bracket, and that video is also up on my channel. The bracket is totally available for anybody to use, and but it's also totally optional. You definitely do not have to do the bracket aspect, but I am basically, I have I'm gonna say normal, quote unquote normal bracket, and I also have a loser bracket because each set from Pretty Little Gem that I have is 12 canvases, and since I have 2 of them, that's 24 canvases, but the actual bracket itself has only 16 spots, and so I did a main bracket, and then I have what I'm calling a loser bracket. I think Ashley did something very similar to this last year. Look at that sound of that pop was so good. But I decided that last night or yesterday, I did want to start working on my minis, and so I did. I'm like, let me go ahead and just work on one of the loser bracket ones. But honestly, ideally, I want to have both of these sets fully complete in the month of March, which I don't think is going to actually be a big deal. I think it's going to be pretty easy to get these canvases done by that time. Yeah, I really don't think it's going to be a big deal. These are not that... They're detailed. They're detailed. Some of them are a little bit more confetti heavy than others, but I really think it's going to be a pretty quick project to work up, and as long as I make sure that I'm focusing in on this project, I don't think it'll be a huge deal. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking out the video for the rules and such, because like you don't necessarily need to finish 24 of these in order to qualify for any sort of prizes. So I just want to make sure I have these done by the end of March, so that way they're kind of off my plate by the end of the month, if that makes sense. Because yeah, this technically meant that I started 2 more projects this month, but I mean, they're mini kits. And they're so cute. I really, really, really love this one a lot. I feel like Salem is so cute. I named him Salem. That's not actually his name, but maybe that is his name. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So just in case you were new and had no idea what I was talking about with Mini DP Madness, I hope that was a little bit helpful. But anyways, I guess getting into like the normal whip and chat stuff, I hope everyone had a really great weekend, and my weekend was good. What did I end up doing this weekend? Friday was my book club with Natalie, Diet Coke and Diamonds, and if you are unaware, we do have a book club that we do every single month, but what we'll do is we will put up a poll, which there is a poll up right now for the month of March that was posted on Friday right after the call. But actually, I am going to announce the winner in this whip and chat, since it definitely seems like a runaway, and this is a slightly longer book, so if this is something that you are interested in reading, you might want to go ahead and grab it sooner rather than later, at least if you're like me and tend to wait until the last minute to read the freaking book. I'd recommend grabbing it sooner rather than later. But yeah, so we ended up reading for the month of February, we read What Happens in Amsterdam by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and I personally ended up giving that book a 3.5-star rating. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was cute, and I do honestly think it was a little bit forgettable, if I'm being really honest. But the live stream was over on Natalie's channel, so for the month of March, the live stream will be on my channel, and the book that ended up winning the poll by a landslide, to my personal slight disdain, is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I'm not actually necessarily, oh my god, my apologies about that really weird cutoff. I saw a box elder bug crawling on my wall, because the second Wisconsin hits anywhere above like maybe 35, 40 degrees, those little monsters come out to play. If you don't need nightmare fuel, do not Google what they look like, but they are kind of nightmare fuel. I kind of hate them. You will always catch me complaining about box elder bugs in my videos. But anyways, I think I was saying that, yeah, to my disdain, that was so dramatic. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros won. It's not that I'm necessarily like not looking forward to reading it. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I was under the impression that that book specifically was more fantasy than romance, but I was chatting with a few friends and they were like, no girl, it's like mostly romance with like a splash of fantasy. And I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Then maybe I'll enjoy it. But also, by that same logic, what romance book needs to be a 22-hour audiobook? I get irrationally annoyed with like authors like Lucy Score, who I actually enjoy, when their books are like over 500 pages in general, and like the audiobooks are like, you know, 15, 16 hours, because I just feel like that's a little long for a romance, but maybe there's more to it because it's like slight fantasy inside of it. I don't know, but listen, that is the book that won this month, and I will read it because I read all of the book club books, despite the fact that sometimes I'm terrible at actually getting around to reading them in a timely manner. I will definitely be reading it, and I hope you guys will join in. And let me know in the comments what you ended up voting for in that poll if you want to. But listen, it honestly might be a really good book, and I've heard a lot of great things about it. I'm just not like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fantasy person, but I guess now that I know that it's not necessarily just a fantasy, I might end up enjoying it more. But I'm definitely more of like a contemporary romance girly. I feel like that's what you'll catch me reading a lot of times. I also really enjoy like a good thriller, which, you know, we've had a couple of book clubs with thrillers, and so this will be a good, I think, slight change of pace. And I know Natalie has already read this book, so I know she's very excited for me to read it, and it could very well surprise me. So I was telling her, because on the live stream we were talking about it a little bit, and I'm like, if I do end up really enjoying this book, I feel like I'm really going to need, there's a Jada Gem Shop painting that I think is like pretty Fourth Wing inspired. It's a Chrysabug, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna need another diamond painting in my life if I really enjoy this book. Like, what, I can't read it because I don't need another diamond painting. And she just gave me a look. But yeah, so that is the winner of the book club poll, and I'll definitely make a community tab post about it as well. The live stream will be over on my channel, like I said, and I'm not sure yet when it'll exactly be, but it'll be probably during the last week of March, if I had to guess. That's kind of when we've been doing the book club, so yeah, definitely keep your eyes peeled for a future post about that. But I really enjoy this black outlining of the cat. I just think that's so cute. I don't know why. And then this tray, okay, how interesting. So this tray has like a little spout thing here that you lift out in order to kind of open up the spigot here. I'm super used to it being on this other side actually, but I betcha because it's a lefty tray, that's why it's on this other side. I find that really interesting. Yeah, I'm so used to it being on the other side. Huh. Anyways, get these drills back in here and they poured out nicely, and yeah, awesome. Also, I'm definitely worried because in the two like minis that I've done already in this set, used a lot of black in both of them, and so I'm hoping I don't run out of black drills because I feel like there was a lot of outlining in the both of them. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. But anyways, I need the letter M. So what I'll do to find like the next DMC, I guess, is I'll look at the symbol and go to my walking legend, find the symbol I'm looking for, so I'm looking for the letter M, and then I'll find the DMC 3799 and pull it out of my piles. I have my piles set up in color family, so just as a little tip, because I'm working directly out of these baggies, which is not necessarily my favorite thing, but again, when it comes to mini sets, this is just kind of how I roll. But anyways, so yeah, the book club meeting was on Friday, and that was a lot of fun, and thank you so much to everyone who joined. I'm glad that people, like, you know, look forward to the book club and enjoy chatting with us about books. And I do know that there's a lot of overlap, right, between readers and diamond painters, and so it's just a ton of fun. So thank you to everyone who came to the book club. It was a lot of fun. And then Saturday, which was yesterday, I know I did something yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Why can I not remember what I did yesterday? I know I did something. Let me just like look on my phone to see if I have like a picture of what I dog sat, that's why. Oh my gosh. It was actually a pretty chill like morning, afternoon. It's probably why I don't remember. It was pretty chill in the morning, afternoon. Did I read? I must have read a little bit. No, I actually don't think I did. No, you want to know what I did? Is I caught up on the last 2 episodes of the Middle podcast. I was not behind. I'm a part of the Middle podcast Patreon, which, again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Middle was a sitcom on ABC. And I really enjoyed it, so I knew they had a podcast out, and I'm the type of person that I cannot stand missing out. And so what they do on their Patreon is they will typically, I guess the hosts who are Eden Share and the guy who played Brad, Brock Cimarelli, is that his name? That's not his last name though. I don't know his last name. They're the ones who co-host the podcast, and they have a Patreon exclusive kind of stuff where like the episodes are longer, and then if you are in one of the tiers, you actually get bonus episodes. And so the bonus episodes happen once a month on a Sunday. And so I hadn't caught up on the bonus episode, and then I also had last week's episode to catch up on. So I caught up on that yesterday, which was really nice and very chill. Mostly because I was still tired of reading. After finishing like 50% of the book club book between Thursday and Friday, it was bad. I was so bad at getting the book club book read on time this month. Like, I had started it what I thought was like a fair amount of time in advance, but it totally ended up not being that way, and like it was just not as good. So, or not good, but yeah, so I caught up on the Middle podcast on Saturday, and then I dog sat. So my sister went out of town, my sister and brother-in-law and my nephew went out of town, and asked my parents to dog sit, and so they were dog sitting this weekend, but they wanted to go to this little party thing, and so I told them I would watch both the boys, both Zeus and then my sister's dog Dexter, who is a golden doodle. He's so freaking sweet. He's actually going blind, or he is blind at this point. He's gotta be. He's blind, and he's such a sweet boy though, and so I dog sat the two children yesterday, and they were really good. It was so cute. Zeus was being so cute. He was being he's tolerable of other dogs in his space, but like, number one, he like really has to know the dog first. Like, if a new dog had just walked through the door, he would be so mad at us. He would really hate that. But since he's known Dexter, you know, basically as long as Dexter's been in our lives, he's fine with Dexter, but he definitely gets a little bit jealous. So Dexter definitely is a snuggler. Zeus is not a snuggler. Let me put it into perspective. Zeus definitely does not like to snuggle, but he's a jealous dog. This definitely is trash. I'm keeping my trash in these little baggies here. I'm just using one baggie for both kits to put trash in, just to see by the end how much trash we have. But yeah, so Dexter's a cuddler, and so we were cuddling, and I had to get up and use the bathroom. So I get up and use the bathroom, and I come back to my spot, and I notice that so Dexter was on top of the couch, and Zeus was at my feet, like where my feet would be on the blanket, and he's just sitting there staring at me. Actually, let me show you guys a picture of this, because it is just so funny. This is just to put it into perspective. This is the image. This is what he was doing. Zeus was at my feet, just staring at me, and Dexter's on the couch looking all freaking cute. And, so I'm like looking at Zeus, and I'm like, bro, like I can't even put my chair up now because you are just sitting here staring at me, acting jealous that Dexter's up here chilling with me. And I finally decided, because Zeus was not moving his butt, he was just sitting there staring at me, and I finally just put another blanket on top of Zeus, and then he finally laid down, and then after like 5 minutes he ended up getting kind of bored and went and sat in a different spot to sleep. But it's just funny to me because I feel like Zeus is definitely a little bit jealous when it comes to like other dogs, like, I don't know, hanging out with like me or my parents, but like he doesn't act on it. He just is jealous. And he just kind of looks at you and makes you feel a little guilty about it. But yeah, and Zeus is not even really a cuddler. Like, he would not have been up on my lap anyways. He just was jealous that a different dog was doing it instead, which I thought was funny. But he was really cute. But yeah, it was fun dog sitting them last night. They were really good boys. And then I got home kind of late, and oh man, yesterday it was crazy because it was snowing yesterday, which isn't odd for like February in Wisconsin. But the day before yesterday, it was like 60 degrees outside. And so it was just like a big like 180 weather change, which I always hate when that happens. Especially this time of year, like, you know it's gonna happen, but I don't love it. So it was really warm out Thursday, and then Friday. And then yesterday it was snowy, which was annoying, but whatever, that's Wisconsin. But yeah, I got home and then just kind of went to bed. And then on Sunday, which is today, what did I end up doing? I slept in a little bit this morning, and then I went by my parents' house and hung out there for a bit. So my mom ended up getting us cousins for lunch, which was really delicious. I love cousin subs. If you ever find your way to Wisconsin and you like sub sandwiches, that is the one place you definitely have to go to if you like subs. Definitely go to Cousins. And I always recommend the Italian special, but it is very like meaty. But they have some other really good subs as well. But ended up getting Cousins, and then my dad and I actually, bless his soul for going with me, we ended up going to Kohl's today because I needed shoes. Because if you don't know, my best friend is getting married in April, and I'm standing up in her wedding, and I thought I had a pair of shoes that could work, and I tried them on. And they were my high school prom shoes. And you want to know something? I'm never wearing those shoes again. High school Michaela was a lot more ambitious than almost 28-year-old Michaela would be. Because, like, I would never leave the house wearing those heels. They are just so freaking uncomfortable. And, like, I'm not saying that, like, heels in general are comfortable, because they're not. But, like, there had got to have been a better option. And so I went to Kohl's with my dad today, and he was mostly just there for support. He had no idea what to look for, but I found this really cute pair of shoes, and I ended up getting them, and they work out really nicely with the dress. And I'm sure that weekend of the wedding, obviously not any time before that, but that weekend of the wedding, probably that next week's vlog, I'll probably give you guys a little look into like what the dress was and the shoes, all that fun stuff, in case you're interested in seeing what that was about, since I talk about it a lot. But I need the music note symbol. That is 413. It's probably in the gray pile as well. It is. So yeah, I'm so glad shoes are now out of the way. It's a really pretty like wedge shoe. Wedges versus heels, such a big difference. Such a big difference. I think they're gonna be pretty comfortable, all things considered. And if they're not, then they're not. But I really do think they will be, and they'll be really nice shoes for like future stuff, you know? So really glad I did that, because now I need to get my dress altered a little bit, because it is really, really long on me. And it's also a little bit loose in the chest, so I need to go get it altered. But I'm really glad that I was able to get the shoes, because that's important, right? Like, you need to know what your height is gonna be in order to, you know, have it be altered properly. So, and obviously, like, if I had gone with the heels versus these wedges that I got, it would have been a really massive difference in how much needed to be hemmed. So I am really glad I found a pair of shoes that will be a forever pair of shoes for that wedding. So really glad I did that today. So I did that, and then came back home and worked on End of an Era for a little bit, and then sat on my chair and just watched TikToks, and then came in here and I'm like, I want to film my whip and chat, which we can finally get into the portion of the video where I was talking about, like, in my vlog, how I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue the whip and chats, and now I'm here doing a whole whip and chat, having a lot to talk about with you guys. If you didn't watch my vlog from last week, I kind of talked about how I just really wasn't feeling like filming a whip and chat that night, because I was talking about it on Sunday night when I guess, when the thoughts were going through my head. And I asked you guys for input on, like, you know, if you guys enjoy the whip and chats and how often, I guess, like, you guys would want to see them if I do them. And a lot of the comments were, I guess, what I expected, of people being like, do what makes you happy. I enjoy seeing them, but do what makes you happy, which is so nice. I love you guys so much, but, like, dang, a little unhelpful. But no, it is helpful because it just means that you guys are going to watch, you know, whatever I put up and what I'm feeling in the moment. And I do really, really, really appreciate that. But I don't know. I enjoy whip and chats once I'm filming them. I feel like they're a video that could get a little bit redundant, but like at the same time, there are people that I watch. So like, for example, I love Katie Diamonds and Washi. I'm sure a lot of us do. And I am on her Patreon as well. So I get the vlogs. And so I do know like a lot of the stuff kind of overlap. But I'm okay with listening to it twice because I like her so much. And so I'm like, oh wait, people probably do feel the same about me. That is probably a thing that happens to me too. I would assume. So yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe my thoughts going into whip and chats in the future might just be whenever I'm feeling up for them. I don't know. Or rather than, I guess, just like, I don't know. It makes sense to do them every Monday, but if it doesn't happen on a certain week, then it doesn't happen. And I'm not going to stress myself out over it, but I knew that I wanted to chat, you know, this weekend or tonight, I guess, going into Monday because Mini DP Madness just started. And I am sure that next week as well, next week is going to go one of either two ways. Either I'm going to have like a lot again to share with you guys because it'll actually be the weekend of my friend's bachelorette party and I want to tell you guys all about the party, or I'm going to be socially dead because of said bachelorette party and I'm not going to want to talk to anybody. So TBD on next week what that's going to look like, which... you know, which by the way, I also had talked about a few weeks back how I wasn't sure if the vlog next week, because of the bachelorette party, is going to be up on time, and do not fret because the vlog will still be up on time on Friday, so I'm personally really thrilled about that. So the vlog will still be going up as scheduled next week, and no, I'm really happy about that. And I guess I'm doing this in such a out of order way. Ooh, maybe I could try this just because I needed to grab drills that were over here. Let me try holding this and seeing how this works. Whoa, I never do this. I never do that. That was also not enough drills. No, I don't like doing that. I don't like holding my tray. Props to the people that can hold their tray. I don't really do that. Also, I really like the pop of the Pure Bliss Wax Company wax. I think it's good. What was I saying? I had a full thought going through my brain and it left the station. It totally left the station. I was talking about, I don't know what I was talking about. Oh no, that's wildly unfortunate. I know it's going to come back to me probably in the middle of the night. Is that not how that works? That is exactly how that works. You're about to fall asleep and then all of a sudden the thought comes back to you and you're like, oh my God, I do not recall what I was even talking about. It must have been, oh, it was video related. Okay, we got there. I just knew I needed to talk about nonsense for 5 seconds before getting back to it. Videos for this week, since I'm already talking about the vlog, just in case you're curious what kind of videos to expect from me this week. Obviously today is the whip and chat. And then my thought, this could be a little TBD, but I think this is how the week's gonna play out a little bit. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is gonna be my month in review. I'm excited. I'm a little bit annoyed because I started these minis and I haven't filmed my month in review yet, so it's gonna be I'm starting these minis for March, but I technically I don't know, started them in March, but I guess technically I started 2 of them in February, but it'll be I don't know. It's really not a big deal. I'm making things up. But yeah, the month in review will be up on Tuesday. And then I do have a Diamond Art Clip sneak peek in hand for the weekend. So depending on when things get previewed, that should go up Thursday, Friday, just depending again how things pan out preview wise. And Friday, of course, will be the vlog on time. Don't you worry. And then I'm thinking Saturday. I'll have to obviously pre-film this, but I'm thinking Saturday because I don't know, I feel like I want to still give you guys some content while I'm gone, even though it's been a while since I've uploaded on a weekend day. I'm thinking for Saturday, maybe unboxing that new, it's a Beauty and the Beast diamond painting that I had purchased off of Lyrica, which is the French bookstore website that I buy my Disney Mystery Color by Number books on, and I'm thinking maybe an unboxing on Saturday could be kind of fun for that. So definitely a fun, I think, video week ahead. So really glad about that. I think it'll be kind of fun. So yeah, I really am glad that I'm filming a whip and chat this week, even though I literally just had chatted with you guys about that. I really am glad to be filming this week. So yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well, and I don't know, I feel like whenever I don't film the whip and chats, I feel like there's a part of me that's like missing like the personable aspect, I guess, of the channel. Like obviously there's the vlogs, but you know, that happens once a week, and I feel like it is really fun at the beginning and at the end of the week to kind of catch in with you guys and just kind of chat about nothing for half an hour to an hour. The whip and chats definitely do not end up being nearly as long as the vlogs do, but I don't know, they're still equally as fun. I just feel like in the moment sometimes coming to film a whip and chat is a little bit more, I don't know, I don't want to say taxing, because like nothing of what I'm doing is like necessarily taxing, but it's hard to explain, I feel like, unless you also make YouTube videos. I just feel like it's easier to pull out the camera and vlog more than it is to pull out the camera to do like a dedicated whip and chat of just like talking your ear off for an hour, which, you know, I've been doing a pretty decent job of doing that right now. So no, but I do appreciate you guys watching. This has been good today to do. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I feel like this, you know, whole whip and chat was kind of out of order, but I guess like plan wise for me this week in general, do I have anything going on this week? Obviously at some point I'm gonna need a pack for the bachelorette party. To be honest, that'll probably be Friday. I'm such a last minute packer. I do know I need to go to the grocery store and get some stuff that I signed up to bring, so I'm gonna have to do that. My thought is either Tuesday night or Friday afternoon. It'll probably likely be Friday afternoon, but I really should do it Tuesday night. Tuesday night, my brother-in-law is actually going to be in town. He's going to, well, number one, he has to pick up his dog, Dexter. But he, I think, has a meeting near my parents' house. So he is coming over for dinner on Tuesday night. And so I will be over by my parents' house for dinner on Tuesday night for sure. Oh, I guess I did not mention the live streams. It's March. So there are weekly live streams that happen over on Kara, the Principal Painter's channel, for Mini DP Madness. And if you want to see my beautiful face even more, me and then the other ladies will be on her live every Monday. Every Monday in the month of March. So if that's something you're interested in, you should totally check it out. The live streams are at 6 o'clock Central Time on Monday evenings. So definitely come and say hey, and yeah, that'll be a lot of fun too. So I will not be going over to my parents probably tomorrow night because I have the live stream, but I will be over there Tuesday. Yeah, that made sense. So we got a decent way through this cat. This cat is so cute. Oh my goodness. I love him so much. I really, really do. I'm excited to keep working on these minis throughout the month. And I feel like, you know, whenever I do any whip and chats during the month of March, it's going to be for the mini sets. So anyways, yeah, I don't really think I have too much else to add. I don't know how long this whip and chat is, honestly, because I stopped the camera. I think it was at like 13 minutes because I had to kill the box elder that was on the wall. I hate Wisconsin. I hate Wisconsin in like the slightly warmer months. These bugs are wild. Do not Google them. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. This has been chaos. Again, it's always chaos. It's just, I think if I just embrace the chaos, is that what I should name this whip and chat? Embrace the chaos. If I embrace the chaos, everyone else has to embrace the chaos, and it's fun, and you guys like it. So I should stop saying that it's chaos, because maybe it is, but you guys like it. So anyways, let me know in the comments, what were you working on while we chatted today, and if you made it all the way to the end. It would not be complete without leaving me a black cat emoji. It's such a half-finished black cat, but that's okay. Leave me a black cat emoji, and that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.